We should be good now. Here's the thing. I added the screen today, and the default is to have nobody hear it. That's great. Thanks, Streamlabs, for being the best ever.
They just know nobody wants to listen to me anyway.
Nobody wants to hear what we have to say. Anyway, welcome to Rehash the Rolls. This is our little short little talk show talking about our shows that we've got. So let's just get into it. We've got Aaron here today.
Hi.
He's hanging out. What characters do you play, Aaron?
Oh geez. Okay. I play Thorak Volund in our main show. Performance check. Is that what we're calling it? Or are we calling it Indos? I'm just gonna say performance check. And then I played Monoloke in our first one shot, and then I played Reginald Thorn Trans Baxter in our most recent one.
Yeah, all beautiful characters. My actual question is, why does Aaron have so many Hulk gloves?
The sad thing is you can't see right above it. That's the Smash logo from Smash Bros. With two pairs of Hulk gloves. It's a good time.
Oh man. All right, well, let's get into the questions. We have our very first question for tonight. Comes from Little Miss Spotter. What was your favorite part of the one shot from Monday night?
It's probably two. I have two that are just like mine personally, and then just like one. But one is the falling unicorns. I love the falling unicorns.
That was so great.
Like a mini nuke, and I think they did double the damage from my fireball. So it was like,
Well, it was so great because like just before, Nay had used the T-Rex chalk to do a similar thing. And it was like, it worked. It like knocked over the bad guy, did some damage or whatever. And then you just like created an explosion of dead, like everywhere. Just took it to the next level.
The pun I thought at the time, but we were already getting too excited. I was like, man, it smells like home. It was like, with rotting unicorns.
I did wonder while we were playing if their guts were rainbow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that more than what I pictured. I just pictured like that kind of like, in like TV shows and movies, necromancy is always like that kind of like green death color.
Right.
I imagined that mixed in with like the muddle of bones and carnage. It's like green,
more realistic than like My Little Pony death stuff.
Although I do like rainbow death. That sounds awesome.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think some of the other moments that were mentioned by the other players. So Nay said his favorite was when Rose became the queen, as well as the unicorn diagram.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
that was left field too. He said that night, he was like, I want to get them all over here and announce that I am the new queen because I have it. No. Lydia won't let me. No, it worked. No.
I mean, I did, because I had planned, like, they're going to go assassinate Queen Gellenveer. Yeah. And I was like, I wonder if anyone will try and, like, take the throne. I left it at that in my mind. I didn't come up with, like, the way to do it or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, just convince a few people. That works. That's totally what you need to do.
And I feel like Nay, specifically by saying I target the high-ranking members, got it, because it was just like, it's beautiful, Nay. If you're watching, I don't know if you're here, but it was beautiful.
I saw him in the chat earlier, so I think he's here.
Oh yeah, he's here. I love it.
That's gonna be, and like that decision is like that's gonna cause the biggest effects through the world, because that's a big deal. If your party, if you guys' party goes to the Feywild, there's gonna be like repercussions, especially if you go like kind of soon. There's gonna be all like, man, there's a hag as the queen, and like all this gossip or whatever.
Oh, in my canonical head, that's not canonical. I feel like because Nay just wants to cook stuff, it's gonna be like all the British baking shows, but in the Feywild.
Yes.
And so like all these
got a soggy bottom.
And like even if they don't want to, since their queen makes them, they're like, all right, and this is
Yeah, I think Also, the fact that hags are going to be brought into like more a position of power like makes me happy because hags are the best. And I just love the fact that in the last one shot, May's character was killed and eaten by hags. And now the queen of hags, and hags are like the ultimate thing.
It's the perfect retribution.
So perfect. I've even got like a little hag mini right here. Like,
oh wow.
This little Anna's hag. This is the only hag mini I have. This is the only pre-painted purchase mini that I've ever gotten.
Dang.
Yeah.
So,
let's see. So Chalk's favorite was being used as a bludgeoning implement when he was a T-Rex, and then critting on the smite. That one that did a ton of damage.
It was gorgeous.
I just love the amounts of like super mega damage that were going on. That was crazy.
Oh man, I think we had two between 100 and 110. One was the unicorns. The other might have been the smite, but I think it was. Or no, we had three because the crown. I forgot the crown.
Yeah, the crown of stars.
Yeah, that did the most damage. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's what Liam said his favorite was the crown of stars. I don't know. I should have gone back and like calculated how much damage it was in total. It was definitely over 100 because the shadow golem was at like 160 and it died. Just full died.
Holy shit.
It deals double damage. One of the stars in and of itself did like 70. And so it was 140 just in one, and he had 9.
Oh, I love it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. High level spells are a big deal.
Dude, they're a blast, but they're so confusing too. Because like on D&D Beyond at least, it repeats all the lower level spells as the higher level also. So you might only have 2 8 level, but you also have Fireball level 8, Wall level 8, this level. So it's like, okay, what do I have?
So you've got this major list of options of like all the things that you could do.
I was rewatching the video of it, just like quickly skimming through parts just to try to refresh. And I saw half of the time my face was just like.
Well, I mean, plus you're going from like a level 4 character to level 15 in the span of a week. And neither of the classes that your character has are full casters, so.
No. Oh, man. And it was.
Thorax highest level spell? Level 2? Maybe?
Yeah. And I think in another campaign, my highest level spell is a level 3. So, like, I'm just a low level boy right now. And then we're like, level 15, let's do it.
Yeah, high level one shots are really hard to plan for because literally anything can happen.
Balancing those encounters.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of gave up on balancing. I was like, as long as it's like relatively okay, it should be fine. And then we get to this thing where like everyone is like struggling to deal damage to these guys because they're resistant to everything. And like once you guys hit on the fact that it was radiant damage would do it, it was just like it's all radiant.
Man, I like to because I don't know about everyone else's, but I know about half my damaging spells were necrotic spells. So like the second who was it? Chalk had done his necrotic axe, and you were like, nah, that doesn't do anything.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Oh shit, because I had like a vampiric touch queued up and like all these things, nothing.
Yeah, how many of you guys were necrotic? Because I mean, May's character Rose, she had almost no damage.
Yeah.
Chalk's character was all necrotic. You had a bunch of necrotic. I don't think that Nick's character was super necrotic, but he was a very grim guy, so he might have had a little bit.
Oh man. I'm just gonna say though, my favorite character was definitely Nyx.
Yeah.
Just, like the Raw's fairy just killed me every time he spoke, and then like. But I think my actual favorite part, non-combat, was him just sitting in the cake, like in the middle.
Yeah,
like
that's what he said was his favorite part of the one shot, just like sitting in a rainbow cake is like super cool. Oh man, and he talked to me throughout the week of what his character was going to be like, and that it was going to be like he had all the factoids about death. Like, did you know that 75% of people like die because of whatever thing or whatever? Like all the little factoids because he was a knowledge cleric.
Yeah.
And that didn't come out a bunch. It was just a lot of the like.
I feel like that's kind of what happens though, because I definitely imagined my character more snooty and like I couldn't get my British down, so I just scrapped it right before because I was practicing and I was like, I can't do it. He's just gonna sound posh.
British is hard to hold on to. I was kind of trying to think of like if I had to roleplay any of those unicorns, I'm just like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Yeah. This is hard. All right. Oh, we don't have much time left, so let's move on to the last question, which is specifically for you.
Okay.
Aaron, Reggie mentioned Torm during the one shot. Does this mean that Thorak is going to have to kill him?
My fun with it is I love putting those lines in because I'm always half joking, which means in my mind you will take everything I say seriously. That's just how I think of it. Because I'm like, well, it's a half joke, but I'm saying it, and my DM is hearing it, which means it's not a joke anymore.
Yeah.
So I guess there's chances they could meet because you and I know what Reggie's guarding, and that could definitely be a point, like at some point in the thing. So if they meet, and if he learns that Torm exists in that unicorn's dialect, hopefully I can beat a level 15 unicorn who has a bunch of undead slaves.
I know. Hopefully at that point you guys are strong enough to handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we did have the one other question from Wilmer Spotter. Really, really fast. What was that? Were there diplomatic solutions to the Grung extermination quest?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry. For me, no.
No, not really. It was. I didn't even come up with the specific thing to be exterminated for a little while. I think we had started the campaign and we were a couple sessions in before I was like, what's it going to be? And I like opened up the book. I was looking through the monster manual. I saw the grungs. I think we had people come over to play D&D in Nick's campaign, and we were talking about slot, which are like the big giant evil things. And then I was like, but then there's these little ones. They're so cute. And I'm like, let's murder all of that.
I mean, how many sessions had it been since we had any combat? Like 2 or 3?
2 or 3. Yeah.
And we had leveled up. And like we had done all this stuff, spent some money, and we were like, all right, extermination quest, there's no peace here.
But why not just like go into, because you guys were right outside of Tristan's manor. And you're like, maybe there's a captured girl in here. Maybe this guy's a creep. We don't really know. Why didn't you like take that like rage and go in there with that?
For me, that's definitely, if I go into a place with wanting to fight, there will be a fight. And if he wasn't actually like if he was like, oh, I had to protect her, if there was some other thing and we had to talk, it was going to be like, well, Thorak's not going to talk. I'm very sorry. So it's like, all right, where can we definitely just squish things for a bit?
Okay. So it's like getting the rage out.
Exactly.
I got 75 gold. Yeah, well, I guess that's a good thing, because then we can go into next session without just murder hoboing it out and like see what's going on.
Kill Tristan, kill the girl, kill everyone.
Kill everybody in that house. And then now the house is ours. I mean, it's like, I was thinking about that today. I'm just like, okay, what happens if they go in this mansion and they kill everybody? How much money does this guy have?
Ooh.
Probably more than is level appropriate.
Oh man, that would be kind of cool though, just to like be like, oh, and if you want, that house is now open to purchase. You guys could, and try to like lean us there if you're, try to get us to get rid of ungodly amounts of gold.
I think that's actually, isn't that a thing in Skyrim where like you find out about like the serial killer in Winterhold or something, or Windhelm? I don't remember. And then like once you figure it out, they're like, oh, you can move into this house.
So that I know the exact story quest you're talking about.
The butcher or something?
Well, there's the one where it's actually one of the gods, or one of the Daedric lords, and he has the house, and you have to go in, and then you have to go find the follower of the other god and bring it back.
that one's in the Dwarven.
That's in Solitude, I think. Yeah. One of those Dwarven ones. Anyway,
this isn't a Skyrim show. This is a Rehash the Rolls show. And that is actually all the time that we have for performance check half tonight. So I want to say thank you very much, Aaron, for showing up. Maybe we'll make these longer in the future because, you know.
Get off the rails? No.
We might also swap the order and have Ready to Rolls be first, because most of the guys in the group are also playing and they start their games right now. So it would actually be better to start it earlier. So we'll do that in a couple weeks. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
We're going to just switch over to the other one really fast.